5 NBA super team trades that can be made this offseason. This season, the playoffs have shown that creating a super team does not guarantee a spot in the finals, but still, it is considered a proven recipe for winning. The Brooklyn Nets created a scary roster, but the injuries and the Milwaukee Bucks stopped them on the road to victory. There are half a dozen teams in the league who believe that they have all it takes to win an NBA championship, but as it ended up, they are not there yet. Adding a superstar to an already great roster might be the real dose for those teams. The following are 5 teams that are that one, and in some cases 2 players away from creating a roster who can go all the way. So let's see the potential trades that some teams can do and make the leap from a contender to a winner. Number 5, Utah Jazz trade Bojan Bogdanovic and Joe Ingles to Miami Heat for Jimmy Butler. The Utah Jazz have emerged as one of the best teams in the Western Conference. Rudy Gobert is arguably the best defensive player in the league, while Donovan Mitchell has developed into a lethal scorer. Still, the Jazz have not made it past the second round of the playoffs, which is considered an underachievement for Quinn Snyder's team. It seems that the Jazz are one player away from making the next step and win the conference, or maybe even the league. That one player might be Jimmy Butler. Jimmy is one of the most hardest working guys in the league and has shown his leadership skills with the Miami Heat. Even though probably no player will want to move from South Beach to Salt Lake City, Butler might be willing to do that if he sees an opportunity to win. If you put his versatility, defensive class, and leadership to what Mitchell and Gobert are already bringing to the table, there it is. You have a super team. The Jazz will have to sacrifice 2 experienced shooters in Bogdanovic and Ingles, but they'll get what they really need in order to go to the next level. The Heat, on the other hand, have a great group of young players in Bam Adebayo, Tyler Herro, and Duncan Robinson, who take over the main roles of the team. Number 4. Philadelphia 76ers trade Ben Simmons to the Portland Trailblazers for Damian Lillard and Tobias Harris to the Washington Wizards for Bradley Beal. The Philadelphia 76ers have trusted the process for many years, but as it ended up, they might have trusted the wrong player. At least Coach Doc Rivers and the best players on the team, Joel Embiid, said so after Ben Simmons' disappointing performance in the playoff series against the Atlanta Hawks. Simmons is officially on the trading block, and a 1-for-1 swap for Damian Lillard is a highly possible scenario. Lillard is among the best 5 scorers in the league and would keep doing what he does on the Sixers. He and Embiid will be a top 3 duo in the league from day one. If this trade happens, the Sixers will be the leading favorites to win the East next season, and that will attract more all-star players who want to be in a similar situation to win it all. Bradley Beal didn't have many opportunities to win in his 8 seasons in Washington. Many teams in the past couple of years have tried to trade for Beal, and it seems like it is about real time for that to happen. Tobias Harris has been the highest paid player on the Sixers roster, and even though he played well, he didn't live up to that status. The Sixers would prefer to trade him for Beal and create the best scoring frontcourt duo in the league with him and Lillard. If these 2 trades go down and Embiid stays healthy, the Sixers process might finally pay off. Number 3. Milwaukee Bucks trade Jrue Holliday and Brooke Lopez to the Washington Wizards for Russell Westbrook. The Bucks have done a great job building their team around 2-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. They already have a great team, but if there's a chance to make it even better, then why not? Jrue Holliday and Brooke Lopez are 2 of the players who have key roles on Mike Budenholzer's roster. Still, their spot in the team is not guaranteed. The Bucks would prefer to pair Antetokounmpo with Russell Westbrook. Both of them are playing with the highest energy possible, and creating that tandem will be pure excitement. Westbrook hasn't been on a contender team since Kevin Durant left the Oklahoma City Thunder and is willing to waste no more time. Both Giannis and Westbrook love to play high-paced basketball, and they will quickly adapt to one another. Both can have a triple-double any given night, and stopping them would be hard to imagine. Number 2. Golden State Warriors trade Kelly Ubrey Jr., James Wiseman, and Jordan Poole to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Karl Anthony Towns. The Golden State Warriors have been struggling for the past 2 seasons and are willing to do whatever it takes to get back on top of the league. The current roster is quite good, and with Klay Thompson expected to return next season, the Warriors front office is ready to make a move that'll put them in a situation to play for the championship right away. For that purpose, the Warriors are willing to go after the Minnesota Timberwolves big man Karl Anthony Towns in the 2021 offseason. Bringing in a powerful big man as Towns would make the Warriors a super team. Towns is arguably one of the most versatile big men in the NBA today. He's capable of putting up big numbers in terms of points and rebounds, and he can make a huge difference in any team. He's a walking double-double machine who can shoot from outside and be a powerful force on the block or in the low post. So far, Towns has been the go-to guy with the Timberwolves, but even though he played well, the team's success just wasn't there. Moving to the Warriors and playing alongside experienced leaders like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, he'll finally find himself in a situation to be much more productive. So before we go on and see who might be the next best super team in the NBA, make sure you like the video and comment down below about your favorite part of the video. And also, let us know which of these potential super teams you would like to see. Also, make sure you subscribe to the top 10 everythings with the notification bell on. Number 1. Los Angeles Lakers trade Montrezl Harrell, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Kyle Kuzma, and Marc Gasol to the Los Angeles Clippers for Kawhi Leonard. Can you imagine a team with LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Kawhi Leonard on the roster? Well, that almost happened in the summer of 2019 when Kawhi Leonard considered signing with the Lakers, but he still decided to go with the Los Angeles Clippers. But as things are evolving, he might get an opportunity for a second thought in the 2021 offseason. Kawhi Leonard has a player option for the 2021-2022 season, and it's up to him to decide if he wants to stay with the Clippers and earn his $36 million for the season, or choose to opt out and become an unrestricted free agent, which will allow him to once again decide where he wants to continue his career. Given the fact that the Lakers would need to create salary cap space for Leonard, a sign and trade is probably the best scenario for all involved. Leonard gave his best to win with the Clippers for the last 2 seasons, but it seems like that wasn't enough. Even though the Clippers were hoping to keep Leonard, his recent injury that will keep him away from the court for 9 months maybe changes the Clippers' plans for the future. The Lakers will use that situation and unload the players that they didn't really count on for a superstar that will be back just in time for the next season's playoffs. Thank you for watching Top 10 Everythings. I'll see you next time with another amazing video.